2,500 days. This particular episode of my account progression is particularly special because my first ever long form video about Rise of Kingdoms has been 1,500 account overview update, whatever you want to call it. And I've seen my video, and man, I'm gonna put it here on the right top side of the screen for you so you can check it out. But what a huge difference has it been in those 1,000 days. So over 2 years. And yeah, I'm particularly excited to show you this episode. If you're new here, I'm a free-to-play content creator for Rise of Kingdoms. I've been playing for nearly 7 years, and what makes me different from other free-to-plays in the past is that I don't use farm accounts. I only have one account, really. I tried in the past, just wasn't able to hack it down consistently, so I just stuck with this account in particular. And to start things off, we will mention VIP. So VIP, in one of my earlier videos of this year, I had some goals for the end of the year. One of those goals is to reach VIP 17. And as you can see, I'm 95k away. So I'm using this KVK that we're currently in right now as a way to accelerate this. And hopefully by the end of KVK, I will be VIP 17. And in my 1,500 days video, I was VIP 15. So it's still not quite a linear progression, but my kingdoms haven't been really too much on the spending side. So I'm quite happy with 16 as it stands. And now I'm going to be looking over at the stats real quick, because stats have definitely changed. And the KP definitely changed. I was like 1.7 billion. Now I'm at 4.2. We'll see how much KVK we're going to get this. KP, how much we're going to get in this KVK. But as you can see, highest power has been 92 million. It's been my last KVK. But I had that trimmed down for me because I was zeroed. I accidentally left my account for too long. And the fort that I was on burnt out. And here I am with 34 million debts. So quite a nice number. But I definitely get my fair share of debts. I just need the right opportunity to do it. Resource, as you can see, is 21 billion resources. So over the course of 6 years, that's not a lot at all. The people that I'm playing with at the same time are like 60 billion. So 3 times as much than me. So just to put it in perspective, obviously everything boils down to resources, and so is the KP. Here we got Dark of Osiris. We've been pretty consistent, and our best ever win streak was 30 wins back in 2022 or 3. So, but ever since then, we kind of been on and off. Osiris Sega hasn't been kind to us with the seedings. Last one was 1093, which I might be fighting in my other account, by the way. So stick around for that. And Autarch, 4 Autarchs, 8 KVKs, 35 million kills. Not the highest, but also not the lowest kill count that you've seen. So we're going to see how much we got in this one. When it comes to city skins, I'm using really these 3. This one not as much because I don't have too many skill damage commanders anymore with the addition of smite and combo. This is the one I'm using KVK for chaining, and usually outside of KVK. And this is what I use in arc and actual fighting times, because I do run a lot of infantry. Now, we're going to go over our bag, our inventory. Got some gems. When it comes to my resources, it's always been an issue. Like I said, I'm only running one account, and it's hard to get a lot of resources, but I get by. And I think for this KVK, we'll see how much we're gonna do with this, but this is particularly nothing too out of character for me. I got close to a year worth of speed ups. We're gonna have Yearbook, I think, by the time tomorrow, which is our next actually our first pass opening. But I'm pretty comfortable with this. We'll see how much we do with it. And when it comes to, yeah, I got 2 boosts, nothing crazy here. Equipment, armaments we're going to show in a commander page. And here, I'll quickly show you my universals. So over 200. I'm waiting for the next gallery to invest in. And that's basically where I'm at right now when it comes to the inventory. Now we're going to go over to our commanders, really. Nothing else to show. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to show you my lineup real quick. So it's Emperor with YSG. I prefer YSG because for my playstyle, he just does more damage. And my archers don't stay alive for too long. So doing as much damage before I go out in Blazing Glory. Lucha Alex, really good. Still performing really well for me. Bai Chi with Wallace. This is my pincer infantry. And it's doing wonders as well. I love Bai Chi. Bai Chi is probably my favorite commander because of his expertise and the way I play. It just makes my trades a lot better than my actual games, my actual play style. My cavalry will be switched this KDK, maybe even tomorrow, day after, we'll see. But I definitely want to switch to Delta. I'm going to use Arthur primary and William secondary. So I'm going to be a dedicated video about that. And I have Philip Scipio. So Philip Scipio is like a support march, but currently I'm in Tides of War KVK, and after pass 7, I believe, you get an artifact. So I'm thinking to use Philip with Zuge as the infantry commander. And I'm going to show you why in a second. So this is a pretty decent lineup. We'll see what my true configuration will be. I don't think I'll run all T5 because it's very expensive. But when it comes to troops, I have like 3.4 or 3.2 if you exclude the siege. So I have to use mixed, no doubt. I don't have enough T5s for just single marches, except, you know, for the cavalry and archers, which I might do. I might just run infantry with mixed. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow. But that's my true composition. I prefer to have a lot of T4s for just upgrading and usage in the open field as well. Okay, now we can go to the commanders. So Luce, we already know. This is my best infantry. So I have a very nice crit war drum and tier 5 pants, tier 5 boots from the Canyon shop. I have blueprints for tier 5, I believe. Yeah, I have 2. So I have blueprints for tier 5. I have blueprints for 1 more. Yeah, so tier 3 helmet. And then I have the blueprints for tier 5 hammer. But obviously, hammer is going to be very expensive to upgrade. And the gloves, you know, I'm just going to keep it at tier 1 because they're the hardest to get as a blueprint. But overall, this will be replaced. This is my final silent trial. It is going to be replaced. So going to be another horn, because I do want 5 horns, 3 drums, and 1 of these DPS trinkets. That is my goal, and has been for the past, or I should say current year. And when it comes to armaments, this is still my arch formation because I use Lucha Alex. Probably going to switch to pincer after the next infantry, most likely. But you can see I have some decent armaments on this one. And this one really hasn't changed much since my last video. It's solid. It's performing. Lucha Alex still great. And moving on. Archers. Archers are possibly the best troop type right now because of this guy right here. But for me, it hasn't been generating that many crazy reports every time. It's because of my playstyle. But I am very happy to have tier 5 crit talent boots, and full dragon set is more skill damage. Actually, it's not. Yeah, archer health 6 pieces, but still archer health. If you're playing with YSG, still more beneficial and more useful than comparing to Zhuge secondary. So I'm still pretty happy with it. Horn is a bit wasteful, so I am aware of that, but I do want to have 5 horns in the lineup, so it's just gonna remain that way. Armaments, I'm pretty happy with armaments here. We got a lot of skill damage boosts from the Hunter, Boiling Blood as well, and Focus Fire. And we have assertive for all damage, basically. So it's a nice mixture. And as you can see here, I'm on a wish list for 7 out of 10. Hoping that my next pity is going to be a special inscription. So hopefully for Intrepid. The Intrepid is going to be a very nice boost for QSH. Because it's going from 4 to 10%. So 6% boost to skill damage on a commander like this with YSG. Yeah, it's just going to do a lot more damage. A lot more damage. And I'm prepared to get it after 2 to 3 2 years, actually. Philip. Now, I've talked about Philip in my lineup. So after pass 7, this is mostly infantry. You can see by the stats and equipment pieces. But it's more about the armaments. Armaments are all infantry. So having Zhuge secondary as infantry commander is going to be really nice. Because it's going to be allowing to do a lot more DPS than compared to Scipio. So I need to have enough troops for that, because I do want to run it eventually. And now the cavalry. So the cavalry is in a good shape. Hasn't been changed much, except I dismantled my silent trial and got my 3rd Karag drum. And it's going to be the part of the Delta set. So I want to have the drum and the horn. And it's going to be probably special talented cavalry Horn of Fury, because I want to maximize the rage output as fast as possible on this particular march, because I think it will be really good to accelerate the range engine from our next marches. And we got the Lost Canyon shop, so now I'm probably going to have enough blueprints to make this tier 5. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with this. Obviously, it's not the most it's not the best setup. I have the 4-piece, not the KVK pieces, but this decision has been made a long time ago, and now I'm kind of not looking to switch. So this is the armaments. So these are the best set of armaments I have on the account, no doubt. And I'm gonna basically convert this set with only 14 conversion stones. So usually it will take you just 20 to convert these 2 special inscriptions. Then you need 3 to boost this. So you need 24 if you want to do all of this. But the other day I got lucky with this. I mean, I got not lucky with the stats, but lucky with the inscription. So this one saves me a couple of these conversion stones. So fortunately, what you want from this piece is the inscription, not the stats. So clearly I'm not too unbothered, but obviously like this bothers me. But I tried, and I'm not sure how many of these I want to spend on this particular, because maybe in the future, because I do have a different one that I might switch, which is on my Trajan, and it's this one. So this one has better stats, but it costs 3 stones. And that is expensive. Maybe after the KVK I'll do that, but for now, probably not going to do it. So you're going to see a special video about this. Don't worry. Maybe even as soon as tomorrow. And as for the rest of it, we got Baichi as my pincer smite infantry with the 4-piece 4-piece set bonus for the march speed. We got the horn, we got the greatest glory. I'm really happy with this set of equipment. Obviously not a lot of tiers, but it's got the march speed, it's got the greatest glory, and it's performing really well. I really like it. And So this was my skill damage infantry, and I converted it to pincer. So obviously some pieces are not as great, but for the most part, it's doing just enough. So it's kind of similar to my archer with the inscriptions, but not a lot of health. So it's a nice balance, but could be improved, especially the scroll piece. But like I said, it does the job. As you can see here, I have a lot of expertise commanders over the years, and a lot of them have been gold key commanders. Some of the most are like open field Wheel of Fortune commanders. You don't see many Mightiest Governor commanders, and it's for a good reason. Most cases, Mightiest Governor commanders are just specific for rally or garrison, and they're kind of subpar for the open field. They're usable, but not worth investing as a free-to-play. And like I said, I'm hoarding sculptures for the next gallery so I can have the best possible setup. But with the Delta formation, we got the special talented horn or cavalry. We got the drum. So I'm going to be in a really good spot next KVK. And it's going to be... I'm looking forward to it, to be honest. Now, currently, our pass opening is tomorrow at 15:17 UTC. So probably gonna be a streaming on that period. So look out for that. And one last thing. I already read this letter. And the yearbook. I didn't do it yet, because I wanted to keep it for the video. So I'm curious myself to see how we did. Yes. Let's see it. With France, yeah, I'm in France because of the healing speed and the troop health. Wage war for a year. Okay, so I've gone fat over the year. And in 2885, that is true. Barbarians. Wow, nearly 25,000. 60 guardians, yeah, that's fair. Wow. 500,000 gems. Not bad. Food, yeah, that's accurate. I always need food. Investing nearly 2 billion into increasing power. Wow. Okay. The reliable elder, yeah. Wow. Shout out to Dom. And yeah, I provide a lot of resources to my other account while it was still here. Fair enough, fair enough. Wow, 5 million troops. Good average 50k, not bad. So really doesn't matter too much. Yeah. Nevsky. Okay. No, I really don't want that. So reliable elder, yeah, that's me. Why is it coming back? Alright, we're just gonna share it. Actually, we don't need to share it. There you go. So overall, pretty happy with the progression. You can check the video up top. And with all that said, catch you guys in the next video or stream.